This meditation has been created to help you foster a sense of wellness, gratitude, and a sense of homeostasis in your mind, in your body, and in your soul. Science is proving that our thoughts affect our physiology. And if we move beyond our thoughts, and if we understand what a thought is, we begin to also understand that thoughts are rooted in emotions. And emotions can be tied to beliefs. And beliefs can be tied to experiences. What many of us fail to recognize is how powerful the subconscious mind is when it comes to blocking our ability to stay in the flow and in a state of gratitude. On the journey inward, we will experiment with becoming non-resistant to what is so that we can experience gratitude and a sense of what it means to stay in the flow. The subconscious mind is that part of us that has accepted all and every piece of data and information from the external world. What we experience in the external world becomes impressed and imprinted upon the unconscious mind. It becomes impregnated upon soil that we are unaware of and is invisible to us and oftentimes, sadly, intangible. Many of us live below the veil of consciousness. Our awareness is something that we fail to recognize and understand as complex. Many of us think because we speak, we are awake, but that is not true. Many of us think that because we walk and we have jobs and relationships, that we are awake. But this is not true. The human mind can live in a state of unconsciousness for an entire lifetime and never awaken to the idea that it is possible to live a life on autopilot, reacting to patterns, programs, memories, and beliefs that have been stored in the subconscious mind. It is important for anyone who wishes to more consciously stay in a state of gratitude, first understand what might be blocking the ability to do so. As we recognize blocks, we are able to clear them. As we recognize problems, we are able to find solutions. If you have trouble staying in a state of gratitude, it may not be your fault at all. It may be because unconsciously you have been programmed to believe in something that is blocking your ability to stay in the flow. When we are programmed to believe that we are not enough, when we are programmed to believe that we are enough only if we achieve a certain status or validation or praise from the outside. If we believe we will only be good enough if we look a certain way, weigh a certain amount, or able to buy certain things, whether that is a car, a pair of shoes, or a designer bag. If we believe we will only be good enough if we find the perfect relationship, or if we find the perfect house, or if we finally manifest friendships. If we believe we can only be happy if we are physically healthy in this moment. All of these ideas, all of these beliefs, which may be stored in the subconscious mind, will block our ability to gain access to the flow. Faulty patterns, unhealthy beliefs, irrational ideas can prevent us from being able to stay in a state of gratitude. Whenever we are in resistance to what is, we will be blocked from being able to stay in a state of gratitude. Those of us on the healing path must understand that gratitude is no longer something we wait to experience. We recognize that gratitude is a state of mind, a state of being, and at any point in time, we can begin to resonate with the vibrations and the frequencies of gratitude. We no longer wait to experience a sense of enoughness, regardless of what is happening around us or in us. We move to experience gratitude. We recognize that by controlling our state of awareness, by deliberately thinking thoughts that are in alignment with the feelings of gratitude, we can alter our physiology and thus the frequencies we emit into the world. We also affect the frequencies that every cell in our being bathes in. As those of us who choose to use meditation as a form of a healing modality, we learn to recognize the power that the mind has over our vibrational frequencies. We recognize and appreciate and honor that learning to cultivate the feeling of gratitude can help us heal our bodies in magical and in mystical ways. We recognize that no longer holding ourselves apart from the feeling of gratitude, we allow our bodies to come out of survival and we move into a state of homeostasis. Homeostasis is a natural state of thriving. We reduce the combative nature of the inner critic. We no longer allow the dialogue in our heads to be combative. We work on healing the voice of the inner critic. The inner critic is not your voice. The inner critic is the narrative of those that you were exposed to when you were below the veil of consciousness, a young child being programmed to believe certain ideas about self, the world, and others. If your narrative is negative, combative, judgmental, and critical, understand that this does not represent divinity. Your divinity is loving and wishes to love you and help you move further along the spiritual path. However, subconscious programming and the narrative of the inner critic, CPTSD-like symptoms and triggers, may be blocking you from being able to experience the flow of abundance. Learning to live in a state of gratitude in any given moment can help you heal your body, heal your mind, and dismantle negative programming in your mind. May you be understanding of the idea that you are a divine human being, that you are also a spiritual being doing your best to navigate the ego, the wounds of the inner child, and to understand and integrate with higher self. Your body is a gift. The spirit that you are is traveling in this physical human body. This body is a miraculous thing. Your fingers and toes, your liver, your heart, your eyes and your ears, your digestive system have all been designed to support you, only you. You are enough, although that which you have been exposed to may have programmed you or conditioned you to believe otherwise. Your enoughness is all that you are. You are an extension of everything. The same stuff that is in a star is the same stuff that is what you are. May you understand what a gift your human heart is. This heart that beats within your chest, the same heart that began to beat just 15 days after the conception that would ultimately create you. This same heart that beats in your chest at this exact moment is the same heart that beat in your chest on the day that you were born. On the day of your first birthday, second birthday, third birthday, on your first day of kindergarten, first day of elementary school, high school, and so on. This heart that beats within your chest has experienced every experience that you have experienced. It knows you. It loves you. It respects you. It honors you. It supports you. It absolutely adores you. It belongs to you, and you belong to it. Your divine brain has default settings that have been designed to keep you safe, that have been designed to prevent you from feeling things too quickly, acknowledging things too quickly, and from becoming overloaded. There are things that your mind has denied and suppressed. This has been an attempt to keep you safe, to keep you feeling whole, And as you move into higher states of consciousness, your mind will reveal to you that which you are ready to release. This brain has evolved with you over time. It loves you, it adores you, and it has been waiting for you to develop higher states of consciousness in order to master it. Your eyes, magnificent and amazing, have witnessed everything that you have experienced. Your eyes, your brain, your heart, they know you, they love you, they understand you, they have never forgotten you. They know that you are enough. Yet they are waiting for you to see that you are enough, to pierce the veil of unconsciousness, to live in higher states of awareness, to live in a state of gratitude for the amazing and divine being that you are, to live in gratitude for the opportunity to overcome the past, to integrate the past, to let go of trying to control that which we could never control, to heal the body, to forgive the past, to let go of expecting others to be what we want them to be, to let go of thinking that we are unworthy of peace, love, abundance, and joy, and instead merge with the idea that we are enough and we are as worthy as any star in the sky. We are as worthy as the moon and the sun. We are learning to live in a state of gratitude for the ability to pierce the veil of unconsciousness, to love the self, to love one another, to experience a sense of oneness in our own self, and then spread this oneness to those we know, interact with, and love. We learn to milk the feeling of gratitude for our hearts, the liver that filters toxins out of our body, for our feet and our legs that carry us and have carried us throughout our lifetime, for the skin that is miraculous and lets us know when it is hot or cold, when it is time to remove ourselves from a painful situation. Our skin lets us know when we are cold and we need warmth, or when we are hot and we need to release heat from our bodies. We are learning to appreciate our lungs that help oxygenate every blood cell of our body. We are learning to appreciate the divine vehicle that is the miraculous human body. We are learning to appreciate how wonderful an experience it is to gain control over the mind, to flow our focus in a direction that is pleasing, so that we may one day experience the manifestation of our choosing. We are learning to appreciate the natural immune system of our body and the gift of meditation, the gift of being able to surrender to love and to light, the gift that is found in learning to appreciate the divinity that is the human body. the intelligence that is the human body. We are learning to get out of the way of the intelligence of the human body. We are learning to understand that we are not our subconscious programming. We are not the inner critic. We are learning to live in the understanding that our core, we are enough. We have always been enough. There is nothing we have ever had to do to be enough. We are learning to remove the clamps, remove the constriction. We are learning to understand that we no longer have to live separate from gratitude, believing falsely in the idea that there is something that we must do in order to feel enough. And then once we feel enough, we can be grateful. We are learning to be grateful right here and right now, summoning the healing power of surrender and acceptance, learning to no longer separate ourselves from the vibration of gratitude, enoughness, and love. Learning to understand that as we understand that we are enough, when we take it to the next level of consciousness and we are grateful that we are enough, we come out of survival. Our bodies begin to flow in harmony with infinite intelligence. Inflammation is reduced. We find homeostasis, mind, body, and soul, and miracles begin to happen. We can stay in states of gratitude. We can command our consciousness to be grateful in every moment. And although sometimes it is easier than others to do so, we can train our minds to default to gratefulness. Being grateful for the moon, the stars and the sun, the intelligence of Mother Earth, the forgiveness of Mother Earth. We can be grateful for the divine human body and for the ability to meditate, to seek like-minded others, to create peace and harmony in our homes, in our cars, in our families, in our businesses, in our careers, and in our bodies. We know that the more that we milk a sense of gratitude, being grateful for our careers, being grateful for the money that our careers create, being thankful for what money allows us to do, being grateful for the opportunity to work, to create funds, to take care of the self, being grateful for our bed, being grateful for our shoes, being grateful for eyesight, being grateful for a glass of water, being grateful for air, being grateful for trees, being grateful for this meditation. Being grateful becomes a state of being, and when we can cultivate this state of gratefulness in our being, we become grateful. May you always know that you are enough. May you be grateful that you are enough. May you create homeostasis in your body and in your homes and in your families and in the world. Namaste.